Hey there, savvy viewers and future moneymakers. Welcome to a deep dive into one of life's biggest mysteries. How is it that so many people with fancy degrees, prestigious diplomas, and years of hard schooling still find themselves pinching pennies and fretting over bills? Today, we're going to break down the 10 jaw-dropping reasons why even the brightest minds sometimes end up feeling like their bank accounts are on a permanent diet. And trust me, this isn't your ordinary lecture on economics or some snooze-inducing academic rant. This is a lively, no-holds-barred conversation about why that piece of paper in your wallet might not be enough to secure your financial future. Right off the bat, let's get one thing straight. Having a degree doesn't automatically bestow you with the secret sauce for wealth. In fact, many of us were taught everything from Shakespeare to calculus, but not a single lesson on how to manage money, invest wisely, or even budget our way out of a paper bag. Today, we're going to explore these pitfalls in a fun, conversational, and sometimes downright humorous style. So buckle up, grab your favorite snack, and get ready to discover the unexpected reasons why education alone might not save you from financial struggles. Let's jump right in and get our money minds in gear. 1. The missing lesson in financial literacy: when school ignores money. Imagine graduating with honors only to find that no one ever taught you how to balance a checkbook or decode your monthly credit card bill. It's like being a gourmet chef who can whip up a delicious souffle, but has no idea how to buy groceries without overspending on avocado toast. One of the most glaring issues is that our educational system rarely offers a course in Money 101. We spend years learning about literature, history, and even advanced sciences. But when it comes to understanding compound interest, investment portfolios, or the intricacies of budgeting, we're often left in the dark. In today's fast-paced world, where financial decisions can make or break your future, not knowing the basics of money management is like trying to win a race without knowing how to drive a car. And let's be honest, most of us would prefer binge-watching our favorite shows on Netflix than attending a boring class on financial planning. Yet, if we could just swap one of those mundane lectures for practical financial education, imagine the difference it would make. This isn't just about saving pennies. It's about building a solid foundation for long-term wealth. So, if you ever feel like your bank balance is giving you the silent treatment, remember that the problem might not be your intelligence. It could just be that you were never given the right tools to handle money. 2. The illusion of formal education. Degrees aren't the end-all. Let's face it, many of us think that earning a degree is like winning the lottery, a golden ticket that magically unlocks the doors to endless wealth and success. But here's a reality check. Your diploma might look impressive on your wall, yet it doesn't come with a user manual for life. In fact, true education is a lifelong journey, not a one-and-done event where you collect a piece of paper and call it quits. Too many people believe that graduation marks the end of learning, when in reality, it's just the beginning of a much longer process. Once you leave the hallowed halls of academia, life throws you into a whirlwind of challenges that no textbook could have prepared you for. Whether it's adapting to a rapidly changing job market or figuring out how to invest in your future, learning must continue beyond the classroom. And if you think that attending one fancy seminar or reading a self-help book will suffice, think again. The illusion that formal education is the be-all and end-all can be downright dangerous. It's like assuming you can run a marathon because you once jogged to the mailbox. So, the next time you find yourself resting on your laurels, remember, true education is about continuously upgrading your skills and knowledge, especially when it comes to handling money. Stay curious, stay humble, and keep learning every day. Because the moment you stop is the moment your financial dreams start to fade. 3. The job dependency trap. When the 9-to-5 becomes a 24/7 money drain. Let's talk about that pesky little thing called job dependency. We're conditioned from a young age to believe that a steady job is the ultimate ticket to success. You get a degree, land a job, and then voila, life is sorted, right? Not quite. While having a job can provide a sense of security, it also sets up a trap where you become overly dependent on a single source of income. Think of it this way. If you're on a seesaw and your only weight is a paycheck, you're constantly at risk of tipping over when that paycheck stops coming. Traditional employment often means trading your precious time for a fixed salary, which leaves little room for exponential financial growth. It's like being in a hamster wheel, running as fast as you can but never actually getting anywhere. On the flip side, entrepreneurs and investors have learned to leverage their time and resources in ways that employees simply can't. They're the ones who manage to work smart instead of working hard, creating systems that generate income even when they're off the clock. So if you find yourself glued to your desk day after day, it might be time to ask, am I building wealth or just building a routine? Breaking free from the job dependency trap means learning how to make your money work for you, not the other way around. And trust me, once you crack that code, you'll never look at your 9 to 5 the same way again. 4. The arrogance of a degree. When brains breed boastfulness. Ever noticed how some folks with multiple degrees end up acting like walking encyclopedias? So sure of their superior knowledge that they miss out on learning from others? Yes, we're talking about the arrogance that can come with formal education. Instead of using their credentials as a stepping stone to further growth, some educated individuals fall into the trap of thinking they've mastered life, simply because they've accumulated certificates. Picture this. Someone who's spent years perfecting the art of sitting in lecture halls suddenly assumes they're the ultimate expert on every subject under the sun. It's like watching a peacock strut around, oblivious to the fact that true wisdom often comes from unexpected places. Like that scrappy kid in the back of the class who wasn't afraid to ask questions. This inflated sense of self-importance can blind you to the valuable insights that come from everyday experiences and interactions with people from all walks of life. The irony is that many of the most successful and wealthy individuals are those who never stopped learning, regardless of their formal education. They embrace humility, always ready to pick up a new trick or listen to someone else's perspective. So, if you find yourself nodding a little too confidently when someone challenges your ideas, take a step back and remember, knowledge is infinite, and sometimes the best lessons come from the most unexpected sources. A little humility can go a long way in both life and finances. 5. Spending on liabilities like there's no tomorrow. The curse of lifestyle inflation. Ever caught yourself splurging on the latest smartphone, that fancy sports car, or the ultra-hip designer sneakers, even though your bank account is giving you side-eye? Welcome to the world of excessive spending on liabilities, where a high income doesn't necessarily translate to high wealth. Many of us, especially those with impressive degrees, fall into the trap of lifestyle inflation. We believe that earning more means we deserve to spend more, often on things that lose value the moment we walk out the store. Imagine buying a shiny new gadget, only to realize it's outdated by the time you learn how to use it. Or consider the high cost of a luxury car that depreciates faster than you can say down payment. The truth is, spending extravagantly on items that don't appreciate can drain your finances faster than a leaky faucet. Instead of channeling your hard-earned money into investments that grow over time, you're tossing it away on fleeting pleasures. But here's the kicker. Once you break free from this cycle of overspending, you open the door to real financial freedom. By learning to budget wisely, cutting unnecessary expenses, and investing in assets that appreciate, like real estate or a diversified stock portfolio, you can transform your financial future. So next time you're tempted to drop cash on the latest shiny thing, pause and ask yourself, is this an investment in my future, or just a flashy distraction? Trust me, your wallet will thank you in the long run. 6. The unpredictable world of job insecurity. When stability is just a mirage. Let's be real for a minute. No matter how secure your job might seem today, tomorrow is never guaranteed. The economy is a wild beast, and even the most prestigious positions can vanish in the blink of an eye due to layoffs, downsizing, or company restructures. It's a bit like building your dream house on sand. One unexpected tremor, and the whole thing comes crashing down. Job insecurity is one of the key reasons why even highly educated individuals can find themselves struggling financially. When you rely solely on a paycheck, you're putting all your eggs in one basket. And if that basket suddenly gets dropped, well, you're left scrambling to pick up the pieces. Entrepreneurs, on the other hand, may face their own challenges, but they often have more control over their destiny, creating multiple streams of income that act as safety nets when times get tough. So, how do you protect yourself from the whims of an unpredictable job market? The answer is diversification. Invest in your own financial education, learn about passive income strategies, and consider side hustles that can cushion the blow when your primary job falters. Think of it as building your very own financial umbrella, one that not only shields you from the storm, but also gives you a chance to dance in the rain. Remember, the goal isn't just to survive in today's economy, but to thrive regardless of what curveballs the future may throw at you. 7. The crushing weight of student debt, a degree that costs more than it's worth. For many, the pursuit of higher education comes at a hefty price tag, one that follows you like a shadow long after you've walked across that graduation stage. Student loans can feel like an endless mountain of debt, a burden that makes even the best financial plans crumble under pressure. Picture this. You're fresh out of college, diploma in hand, only to be greeted by a phone call from your bank reminding you that your student loans are due. Ouch. The reality is that the cost of higher education has skyrocketed over the years, leaving countless graduates struggling under the weight of debt. It's a vicious cycle where you work tirelessly to pay off loans, only to find that you're barely keeping your head above water. And while a degree might open doors to opportunities, it can also lock you into a lifelong repayment schedule that hampers your ability to invest, save, or even enjoy a little extra spending money. But fear not, dear listener, there is hope. By recognizing the pitfalls of student debt early on, you can start planning a financial strategy that minimizes its long-term impact. This might include seeking out scholarships, opting for more affordable education alternatives, or even learning about income-driven repayment plans. And if you're already in the thick of it, remember that smart budgeting and strategic investments can gradually ease the burden. It might not be a quick fix, but every step you take toward financial literacy and careful planning is a step toward breaking free from the debt trap. 8. The lone wolf syndrome, when teamwork takes a backseat. If you've spent years perfecting the art of solo study and acing individual exams, you might have inadvertently honed the lone wolf mentality. In school, it's often every student for themselves. Think of group projects that turn into one-person shows. While independence is a valuable trait, it can also leave you woefully unprepared for the real world, where success often hinges on the ability to collaborate and work effectively in teams. In the business world, networking, mentorship, and teamwork are the secret ingredients to unlocking bigger opportunities and exponential growth. When you're too busy patting yourself on the back for being self-sufficient, you might miss out on the powerful synergy that comes from working with others. It's like trying to lift a car by yourself instead of calling in a team of mechanics with a proper jack. Sure, you might be strong, but why not use the tools available to make the job easier? Developing solid teamwork skills means learning to communicate, compromise, and combine your unique talents with those of others. Whether you're leading a project or contributing as a member of a group, understanding how to work well with diverse personalities can boost your creativity and ultimately your bank balance. So, if you've been going it alone for too long, consider stepping out of your comfort zone. Embrace collaboration as a pathway to both professional success and improved financial health. After all, in the grand scheme of things, two or more heads are definitely better than one. 9. The taxman always comes. How taxes can eat away at your hard-earned dough. Here's a bitter pill to swallow. The more money you earn as an employee, the more of it gets gobbled up by taxes. It's like having a leaky bucket where no matter how fast you fill it, the taxman keeps draining away your hard-earned cash. Even if you've managed to climb the ladder of success, the higher tax brackets can leave you wondering if all that education was really worth it, especially when you see your paycheck vanish before your eyes. The current tax system is often designed with employees in mind, meaning that a significant portion of your income is chipped away through various deductions and withholdings. Meanwhile, those savvy investors and entrepreneurs who diversify their income streams might benefit from lower tax rates on capital gains or dividends. It's a double-edged sword. While a high salary might seem like the dream, It can also come with a hefty price tag in taxes, stunting your ability to accumulate wealth. So what's the solution? Becoming tax savvy is essential. This means understanding the ins and outs of the tax code, learning how to take advantage of deductions, credits, and investment strategies that minimize your tax burden, consulting with financial advisors, investing in tax-efficient funds, and even considering alternative income streams can all help you keep more of your money. Think of it as a game of chess. If you know the rules, you can plan several moves ahead to protect your assets from being checked by the taxman. 10. The missing financial plan. Without a roadmap, you're just driving blind. Finally, let's get to the crux of the issue. Many educated people end up poor simply because they lack a proper financial plan. Sure, you might have a good job, a fancy degree, and even a growing bank balance, but without a clear strategy for managing, saving, and investing your money, you're essentially driving blind through a financial maze. A solid financial plan is like a GPS for your money. It guides you toward your goals, helps you avoid pitfalls, and ensures you're not wandering aimlessly in the dark. Without a roadmap, it's easy to fall into the trap of impulse spending, accumulating unnecessary debt, or missing out on lucrative investment opportunities. A well-thought-out plan involves setting clear financial goals, budgeting carefully, and revisiting your strategy regularly to adapt to changes in your life and the economy. Whether it's planning for retirement, saving for a down payment on a house, or simply ensuring you have an emergency fund, a financial plan is your blueprint for building lasting wealth. For those who find themselves lacking in this area, the remedy is simple. Start planning today. Invest time in learning about personal finance, seek guidance from experts, and most importantly, be proactive about your financial future. Remember, a degree might open a door, but a well-crafted financial plan will keep that door open, and even help you build new ones along the way. Wrapping it up, your journey to financial freedom. There you have it, 10 eye-opening reasons why even the most educated individuals can struggle financially, and more importantly, what you can do to change that narrative. From the glaring omission of financial literacy in our education system, to the dangers of overdependence on a steady paycheck, each of these pitfalls offers a lesson on how to reframe your approach to money. It's not enough to simply accumulate knowledge in the classroom. You have to apply that wisdom to your everyday life, continuously learn from every experience, and above all, plan for the future. If there's one takeaway from today's conversation, it's this: education is just one piece of the puzzle. Real wealth comes from understanding how to manage, invest, and grow your money over time. So whether you're drowning in student loans, battling the urge to overspend, or simply feeling overwhelmed by the complexities of taxes and investments, remember that you have the power to rewrite your financial story. Embrace continuous learning, cultivate humility, and never stop striving for a better financial future. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more eye-opening content, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Tell us about your own financial adventures, whether they're filled with laughter, tears, or a mix of both. And let's keep the conversation going. After all, every step you take toward financial freedom is a victory worth celebrating. To further drive home these points, let's look at a few real-life examples and anecdotes that illustrate just how common these pitfalls are, and how overcoming them can lead to a dramatic turnaround in your financial life. Imagine Jane, a bright and ambitious graduate who landed a great job right after college. Jane had all the degrees, accolades, and certifications you could imagine. Yet a few years into her career, she found herself struggling to make ends meet. Why? Jane had never learned the art of budgeting, never invested a single penny in assets, and spent her entire salary on the latest gadgets and designer clothes. Her bank account was like a magic trick. Now you see money, now you don't. Then there's Tom, who graduated with honors and thought his degree would guarantee him a lifetime of financial bliss. But Tom soon realized that while his degree opened many doors, it didn't teach him how to negotiate a raise, plan for taxes, or even manage a debt. Tom's story is a classic case of relying too much on formal education and not enough on continuous financial learning. Today, Tom is working on a personal finance blog, sharing his journey and the lessons he learned from his early mistakes. And let's not forget about Lisa, the queen of teamwork, or rather, the one who thought she could do it all alone. Lisa was so used to studying solo that when she entered the professional world, she struggled to collaborate effectively with her colleagues. Once she learned the value of teamwork and started tapping into the collective wisdom of her peers, not only did her career soar, but her financial habits improved dramatically as well. Lisa now champions the idea that learning to work with others is one of the best investments you can make in both your career and your wallet. These stories remind us that success isn't handed out in a diploma. It's earned through smart decisions, continuous learning, and sometimes a little bit of humility. We all make mistakes, but every misstep is an opportunity to learn and grow, both financially and personally. The humorous side of financial mishaps. Let's be honest. Sometimes the best way to learn is by laughing at our own mistakes. Financial blunders, while stressful at the moment, often become the funniest stories in hindsight. Take the time when you bought something totally unnecessary. Maybe that bizarre gadget that promised to revolutionize your life, but ended up collecting dust on your shelf. Or that spontaneous purchase that seemed like a brilliant idea at 2 a.m., but left your wallet crying in the morning light. Laughing at these moments isn't about ridiculing yourself. It's about recognizing that we all make mistakes. In fact, a good sense of humor can be one of the most powerful tools in your financial arsenal. It keeps you grounded, reminds you that you're only human, and motivates you to do better next time. After all, money management doesn't have to be all spreadsheets and stress. It can also be a journey filled with quirky mishaps and plenty of laughter along the way. So next time you catch yourself grumbling over a financial faux pas, try to see the humor in it. Share the story with friends, have a laugh, and then channel that energy into making smarter decisions in the future. How to transition from education to wealth. Now that we've covered the reasons why many educated people find themselves financially strapped, it's time to shift gears and talk about solutions. If you're ready to leave behind the cycle of financial mistakes and step into a future of abundance, here's what you need to do. Adopt a growth mindset. Understand that every failure is a stepping stone to success. Don't let a setback discourage you. Instead, let it fuel your desire to learn more and do better. Set clear financial goals. Write down your short-term and long-term goals. Whether it's saving for a rainy day, buying your dream home, or planning for early retirement, having clear targets will keep you motivated and focused. Create a budget and stick to it. Yes, budgeting might sound boring, but it's the foundation of financial stability. Track your income and expenses, cut unnecessary costs, and allocate a portion of your earnings toward investments. Learn the art of investing. Investing is not reserved for Wall Street wizards. With a bit of research and smart planning, you can start investing in stocks, mutual funds, or real estate, even with a modest amount of money. Diversify your income. Don't rely on a single paycheck to fund your life. Explore side hustles, freelance opportunities, or even passive income streams. Diversification can act as a safety net when times get tough. Taking action is all about moving from theory to practice. It requires patience, persistence, and sometimes a bit of trial and error. But trust me, every small step you take brings you closer to the financial freedom you deserve.